Hi everybody, welcome back. We are here with a recap of round number 7. We are so close to finish the tournament. This tournament has 9 rounds, Swiss system. And yesterday I played against an Italian chess player. His peak was 1730 or so. And let's see the game. It was a pretty interesting game. And I started with e4, so she started with c5. And after knight f3, d6, I knew he was going to be prepared against the Alapin, the delayed Alapin that I usually play. But according to that, I decided to play the open line against Sicilian. So I played d4, he takes, I take back, and then he played knight f6, knight c3, and he plays a6. So from here, he can still have so many options about how he's gonna play. He can convert into dragon. He can play Najdorf. He can play classic. He can play Scheveningen. He can play too many things. He decided to play Najdorf, and when I retreat, he moved the bishop to e7. I moved to my bishop to e3, and he moved his bishop to e6. In that moment, I played f4. I wasn't sure about what to do, to be honest. I haven't studied how to play against Sicilian when I play open since a long time ago because I wasn't playing d4 like for ages. And like yesterday, I just decided to do it because I knew he was going to be prepared against my delayed Alapin. So I just played f4 and I don't know. I think that's something I remembered from other games I've played before or something like that. I was really trying to remember. And then he played queen c7, which allows me to do an easy f5. And now if he retreats the bishop is gonna be like pretty stacked. So for that, he has to do bishop c4 to try to keep some activity. And here I should have played g4 directly because if I manage to do g5, I'm killing my opponent. I didn't do it because I thought with h6 he was fine, but then I have queen takes, bishop takes, queen takes, and after queen f3, he has so many issues. Like he doesn't have any counterplay. His queen is looking active, but is very like useless on c4. The only thing he's doing is kind of pushing the e4 pawn, this central pawn, but he can't increase the pressure over that pawn easily. The queen can be easily attacked either on a5 or b2, so she needs to be careful about it because in some scenarios she might be in trouble. So I would have continued with this, and then after, for example, knight d7, I can go with knight d2, and when he retreats, maybe queen c6, I can just continue my attack with h4. And even like the king doesn't need to do long castle, he can just hide on f2 maybe, and then we can come with the rooks across and attack on the king side. Even if he castles long, like the attack on the king side is going to be potentially an extra pawn or creating weaknesses in black's position. But I didn't do that. I didn't play g4. What I did was to move bishop g5, which was a waste of time, and I missed the opportunity I had because he immediately played knight d7, and he's just getting rid of my threat, which was to take the knight and to enter into d5. So he did that. I played knight takes, and then knight b6. And here I played a4, which is a loss of an opportunity because the engine suggests a long castle and just continue with the game with opposite castles to move the bishop back, and we have too many pieces of, looking to his long castle in case he decides to castle long. And of course, to castle short is going to be problematic because g4, h4, and g5 is coming straight away. So I played a4, almost getting rid of my future possibilities to do a long castle. And yeah, so maybe wasn't the best decision for me to have played a4, but I did it. Then he played knight d7. I played knight c4. He played queen f5, and I played knight e3, h6. I took, he took, and here I'm up again. So here I missed the fact that I could have directly entered into d5. I just rather not to because I was afraid because my king was still in the center, but it was better, like the best move, like just to take the opportunity right now. Why right now? Because now I don't have the pawn on c2 attacked. In the next move, when he plays rook c8, my pawn on c2 is gonna be a problem. So I made short castle, and he made short castle as well. Here, the best for him to do was d5. Otherwise, the d5 square is gonna be a problem, a huge problem for him. So this was kind of the best for him to do, because after I take, he takes, and I take, he needs to look for counterplay, which bishop g5, and then when I protect the knight, he can just take maybe, and after he can take the pawn, or he can just castle and keep the pressure over my structure. Anyways, is hard for black to decide to just give up a central pawn, so it wasn't a very natural move. He made castle, king h1, rook c8, and here I moved this knight to d5, but the right knight to move to d5 was the other knight, and the reason is because with this knight I am keeping this pawn protected, and if he takes, my other knight is coming back and attacking the bishop, so I'm guaranteeing my spot on d5. I played the other, he moved, he took, and then I played rook d1, he played bishop g5. I should have played queen g4 here. I was really thinking about it, so I get rid of the possibility for him to offer a trade, and I'm pushing h4 at the same time. But it was a really complex position. Like, I think it requires deep analysis. For sure, I'm gonna analyze the position like after filming this recap and really practice this, because I think I need to be prepared with it, according to just take advantage earlier in future games and not to be in a rush as I was in this game. I was like scared in the future. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. He played this, and here I made a mistake because I went for this pawn. I was aware that after this he was going to play queen c5, but that didn't see an option. But here I simply have to play rook f2, and if he kicks me out, now my pawn on c2 is protected. What I was worried about was the fact that with rook f2 I was leaving the back rank um like unprotected, but after that I can just play g3 and my king can hide. And again, it's a very difficult position that requires a lot of important decisions to be made, and I really wasn't focused enough, and I wasn't playing a good game. I have to accept that. It's tough for a chess player, like, just to admit that we weren't into our best mood. Possibly in other game, like in other situation, I would have do that. But I was really tired yesterday, and I didn't play my best, to be honest. I'm not proud of this game, like the opening and middle game at all, because I lost a lot of opportunities, even though I got advantage. Like, I lost opportunities to increase my advantage, and this is something as a chess player very important. But I'm proud though about how I played the end game after that mistake he made. So I played this, he takes, and then pawn takes, and I got an extra pawn. Here he thought that he had a lot of counterplay in this file, in the B file, but it's a useless file, because after I move my rook here, he attacks and I move knight d1. My pawn is gonna be protected for forever, and then I'm gonna occupy the files and take the pawn on c4. So I bring my king, he brought his king, I move my rook here. If you want, you can stop the video and think about what's the idea of rook a1, besides taking the open files, of course. We are ready? The idea of rook a1 is to control a4, so when I attack the rook with c3, I'm gonna take the pawn. So here he did this, I attacked the rook, he attacked my rook, intermediate move, I moved my rook to c5, he offered trade, I took the pawn, he moved his king to d6, and here I pushed to b4. Okay, here we need to stop for a minute, because I want you to check on the time. When I moved my knight to d1, I had 2 seconds. 2 seconds on the clock. My heart was beating. I was about to have a heart attack. Literally, I saw like this guy was really nice. I think he's a really nice guy. I'm not saying what I'm gonna say in a bad way, but I saw this smile on his face, thinking that I was going to run out of time. I'm usually good, like, moving very fast when I am in time travel, but I think it was very irresponsible from my side to just go to the moment when I was 2 seconds on the clock, and yeah, I moved the knight, and after moving the knight, he started thinking, and my mind was like running. Like if somebody would do a movie about how my mind was working after knight d1 while he was thinking, because I had 32 seconds. The clock says 42, but I remembered I had 32 seconds because I had 2 seconds when I played plus 30, 32. While he was thinking, I needed to think as fast as I could because I needed to know what to do, like immediately, to gain some time. And I think like the little workings on my brain were like running from one place to other and just trying to do his best. But after 91, I kind of felt relief because I knew that nothing else was going to happen and my plans were going to succeed. So here I just got this endgame with two extra pawns, both passed. This g6 was a thing that I wanted him to do because now this is a weakness, so it was my third pawn. Then I got that quick extra pawn, and after my knight got in the middle, here I invest some time thinking. As you can see, my clock is now 25 minutes because in these games, when you reach Namun 40, you get 30 minutes extra. So I reached that square, and after I reached it, I was thinking about what to do after rook b7 because my threat is to move this, and when he goes back, I check here. So um, when he did this, I was thinking about what to do, and I found a very good, interesting way to do checkmate, a checkmate pattern. Rook c6. Now I'm threatening checkmate in 3 moves. Check, check, and covers and checkmate. So I think he doesn't have any option to stop it besides bishop e7, which just allows me to take and gives up another pawn, 4 extra pawns, so would that be a lot? And after this, I played check, and he resigned after rook c8, I think, or he resigned immediately. I don't remember. But yeah, guys, this was my game of yesterday. As I said, I'm not extremely proud about the opening, but I'm proud about how to manage time. About how did I manage time travel. Um, so much luck in the middle, but I already got a nice position. I was like able to convert the best moves in reality. Thanks God, I found the knight d1 idea, the rook e1 idea, and moves that allow me to make an easier endgame for me. And of course, to reach the control was a relief as well because I got my 30 extra minutes that were completely necessary according to keep my heart health um, healthy. So, guys, I wish you really enjoyed this recap. Tomorrow is last round. You're gonna see this probably after the tournament, but today is August 30, and tomorrow the tournament finishes. So, wish me luck, and I'll see you later. Don't forget to follow my Twitch channel as Adriana Palao as well. I'm gonna link all the useful links in the video description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!